Another year, another Assassin's Creed game. This time they go all the way back to ancient Egypt. At this point, they should just have the assassins meet Abbott and Costello and have done with it.
This is Assassin's Creed Origins, brother, and it describes the bloody series of events that led to the founding of the Assassin Brotherhood.
Yes, I suspected bloody events were involved somehow. It's rare to hear of the peer-reviewed research paper that led to the founding of an Assassin's Brotherhood, or the trip to the grocery store that led to the founding of an Assassin's Brotherhood.
The manager of the Greene County Whole Foods would disagree.
Oh no, very different situation there. That never got past the planning stages, and it wasn't going to be a whole movement, really. Just a single memorable object lesson in reasonable broccoli pricing.
We will never be allowed in there again.
With all that said, as much as I don't care for the Assassin's Creed series, they do pick some wonderful historical locations for their games. Their vision of ancient Egypt is so vividly realized that one can almost forget the entire franchise is built on the foundation of an intensely stupid Scientology-light backstory involving ancient astronauts and a machine that lets you experience firsthand the memories of your genetic ancestors.
The Animus is a novel idea, at the very least, reliving the lives of your past relatives.
Yes, after all, who wouldn't want to strap themselves into a machine that granted you real-time, tactile, first-person access to the courtship of your own grandmother?
Well, now that... Ooh.
Good luck getting that imagery out of your head.
Let's move on. Did you know, brother, relevant to the topic, that one of the world's very first board games originated in ancient Egypt?
I did not know that. Was it an early version of Milton Bradley's Operation, where all the organs are extracted through the nose and then stored in clay jars?
No, the board game was called Senet. The board was segmented into squares, and just like modern dice rolls, you determined how many spaces you could move your game piece by throwing sticks.
At your opponent?
They were marked, brother.
Well, sure, if you threw them hard enough.
The sticks were marked, brother. What markings were visible after the throw determined your movement. Historians now believe that the game itself represented the journey of the human soul into the afterlife.
Interesting. So it functions as both an extreme forerunner and direct sequel to the modern life board game from Milton Bradley.
I suppose an actual life board game set in ancient Egypt would have been considerably shorter.
You're not going to be in such a hurry to spin that wheel when the last space reads, "Get buried alive in a dank stone tomb with your slave master."
I got antsy spending 10 minutes in a break room with my old shift manager during my summer job at El Taco Gordo.
Of course, quite a bit of what we've heard about ancient Egypt is simply false.
For instance?
Well, we now understand that the contributions of outer space aliens to Egyptian culture are significantly lower than reported on the History Channel.
How disappointing.
We also now know that far from being a wonderland of elaborate hieroglyphs and statuary, the interiors of the Great Pyramids are mostly just boring stone walls.
Also disappointing, but I can understand how one might not have much energy left for home decor after lugging a 2-ton block into place.
And while there's no definitive proof that Cleopatra was not the wanton seductress she's portrayed as in modern culture, we can at least say that if she was, she's an even better tactician than historians gave her credit for, because this is the face she was working with.
I'm sure she had a very nice personality.